Poor people usually spend their money and invest what's left. That's the philosophy of the poor. Now here's the philosophy of the rich. Rich people invest their money and spend what's left. And here's the startling answer. It really doesn't matter what the amount is. What's most important is not the amount. What's really important is the philosophy. So I would ask you to adopt this philosophy of spending after you have invested. Invest first, then spend.
And this is the exact philosophy that I started to use from when I was a 17-year-old kid, and that's what's led me to now have the portfolio that I have of circa 35 million in assets. So many people will go out there and they will spend on whatever they want to spend on, they will budget, and they will have a portion of whatever is left over to then go and invest, whether it be into business, shares, crypto, property, whatever it is. What I've always done when I was saving for my first house, all of my income went into my savings, which was my investment at the time because I was investing in a deposit. So all of my income went into the deposit. Slight sacrifice. I was young. I didn't really have a lot of things to spend money on. Then I used that deposit to go all into property. And then ever since I've had my first property, any of my lifestyle expenses that I've wanted to spend money on that actually had zero to my net worth and probably takes from it, I've paid for through the real estate that I own. When you buy cars, I don't go get a car loan to then buy a car. I use equity from a property then to go buy a car. Why? Because equity, which is attached to properties, so debt that's attached to properties, is so much cheaper than debt that is not attached to anything, that it's non-secured. So you've got debt that's secured to a property, so it's so much cheaper. And you've got a 30-year loan term to pay it off. You can pay it off much faster, but it's much more flexible. And why would you ever want to pay a car off anyway? It's a depreciating asset. When you want to go on holidays, when you want to do anything that is a spend, not an investment, you use your investments to fund that. When you start a business, you need working capital in your business. Why would you go and get a business loan of which you're going to pay a significant interest rate on? You're going to have a line fee and all these other things when you've got an asset base which you can leverage off to put the capital into a business, grow the business, and then put it back. So I've always had the mindset that I can spend money on whatever the fuck I want, and it doesn't actually matter. All that matters is, as long as the investments that I own are growing at a faster rate than I am spending, my net worth is continuing to grow. What most people do is they spend way more than they're earning. They're usually not very tax effective as well, so they're spending post-tax income. They're spending way faster than their investments are growing, and that's how you remain poor forever.